Kill the dollar, save the system. The secret US gold reset plan. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Felix. Today's video might just change how you see the future of money, and the very fabric of your freedom. We're diving deep into a powerful, controversial, and urgent topic: is the US dollar being sacrificed to save the system? From trillion-dollar debts to shadow moves toward a gold-backed currency, this is not theory, it's unfolding now. We'll expose the US gold reset plan, BRICS bold move, and how we ended up in this financial chaos. Chapter 0, How did we get here? From World War II to today. To understand where we're going, we must first understand how we got here. After World War II, the global economy was rebuilt around a new monetary system, the Bretton Woods Agreement of 1944. It made the US dollar the world's reserve currency, backed by gold at $35 per ounce. Other countries pegged their currencies to the dollar. This gave America immense global power, but also a dangerous temptation to print more money than it had gold to back. In 1971, President Richard Nixon temporarily suspended the dollar's convertibility into gold, effectively ending the gold standard. This unleashed the age of fiat currency, paper money with no intrinsic value, backed only by trust in government. From then on, the US and much of the world ran on debt, credit, and inflation. Central banks became gods, and Wall Street became a casino. Economic booms were followed by brutal busts: the oil crisis of the 1970s, Black Monday in 1987, the dot-com bubble in 2000, the housing crash in 2008, the COVID panic in 2020, and now the inflation spiral and monetary fragmentation of the 2020s. Each crisis was met with the same medicine: more money printing. And like a drug, each dose had a smaller effect and worse side effects. Now, the system is breaking. And a reset, gold-backed or otherwise, is no longer a fantasy. It's a survival strategy. What is fiat currency? Fiat money is government-issued currency not backed by a physical commodity like gold or silver. Its value comes from trust, in the government, in the central bank, and in the economy. Fiat allows flexibility in monetary policy, but opens the door to abuse, hyperinflation, and collapse. When fiat dies, history shows us what happens. Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Weimar Germany. It always ends in chaos. What is BRICS and why it matters now? BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, 5 major emerging economies. But it's more than an acronym. It's a rebellion. A parallel system. A challenge to US dollar dominance. These nations are tired of dollar hegemony. They're conducting trade in their own currencies, building reserve systems backed by gold, and inviting other nations to join. BRICS Plus is expanding, with countries like Iran, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Argentina expressing interest. Their goal? A multipolar world, with a gold-backed currency that isn't subject to Washington's sanctions or Wall Street's manipulation. And it's working, quietly, steadily, and dangerously. The secret US gold reset plan. Kill the dollar, save the system? The secret US gold reset plan. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video might just change how you see the future of money, and the very fabric of your freedom. We're diving deep into a powerful, controversial, and urgent topic: is the US dollar being sacrificed to save the system? From trillion-dollar debts to shadow moves toward a gold-backed currency, this is not theory, it's unfolding now. We'll expose the US gold reset plan and how it could upend everything you know about inflation, power, and wealth. This breakdown is dissecting it chapter by chapter. Get ready for a wild ride through economic collapse, geopolitical warfare, and a new monetary regime. Buckle up. Chapter 1, The National Debt Crisis. The US national debt has surpassed $37 trillion. That's over $100,000 for every American citizen. But this isn't just a number, it's a ticking bomb at the heart of the global economy. The US prints money to pay off debt, which devalues the currency. Foreign nations, once loyal buyers of US treasuries, are quietly stepping back. They see the writing on the wall. China has dumped hundreds of billions in US debt. Japan is pulling back. Even allies are losing faith. If this trend continues, the US dollar's status as the world's reserve currency could implode, triggering a collapse worse than 2008. Remember, empires don't fall when they're invaded. They fall when their currency dies. Chapter 2, Trust in the dollar is eroding. Trust dies slowly, and then all at once. Sanctions, political instability, and unchecked money printing have turned the dollar into a weapon, and the world is retaliating. Countries are cutting deals in yuan, rubles, and rupees. The petrodollar is cracking as nations bypass the SWIFT system. And central banks? They're hoarding gold at the fastest pace in over 50 years. The US dollar isn't just a currency. It's a system of control, and the world is rebelling. The dominoes are falling. Once trust is gone, there's no going back. Chapter 3, The Rise of BRICS and the Gold-Backed Alternative. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and now a growing list of others are forming a parallel economy. Their goal? Dismantle the dollar-based system. They are buying record levels of gold, stacking reserves while the West drowns in debt. In Johannesburg, they openly discussed a gold-backed BRICS currency. This is no longer theory. It's execution. This is not about conspiracy. This is about central banks repositioning for a monetary regime shift. If BRICS succeeds, we could see the end of dollar hegemony, and the dawn of a new global order, backed by hard assets and hostile to US dominance. Chapter 4, The Secret US Gold Reset Plan. Here's the terrifying twist: what if the US already knows all this, and has a plan of its own? Andy Schechtman suggests the unthinkable: the US might repeg the dollar to gold, but not at $2,000 an ounce. Try $10,000. Or $20,000. This sudden move would vaporize debts, reset inflation, and create instant scarcity. It would also crush anyone holding cash. Retirement funds? Destroyed. Savings? Worthless. Middle class? Obliterated. History shows it's possible. In 1933, FDR confiscated gold and revalued it overnight. In 1971, Nixon killed the gold standard with the stroke of a pen. Schechtman's warning is clear: to reset the system, you may have to destroy the old one, and that might mean killing the dollar. It's not a matter of if, but when. Chapter 5, How to Protect Yourself. When currencies die, those holding physical assets survive. Gold and silver aren't just investments, they're lifeboats. While fiat burns, real money holds its value. Diversify your assets. Get out of the system. Don't wait for politicians to warn you, they won't. Crypto? Maybe. But only if it's truly decentralized. Real estate? Possibly. But only if it's debt-free. The only constant in history is this: when paper fails, gold prevails. Chapter 6, Future of America and the World. A gold reset could bring order, or plunge the world into chaos. If it's fair, it could reset trust. If it's manipulated, it could enslave the population under a new digital currency regime. Imagine a world where your currency expires, your spending is tracked, and your access can be shut off at will. Now imagine that same world, but with a gold-backed token controlled by global central banks. Will this be the dawn of a new freedom, or the final nail in financial sovereignty? That future is being written now, behind closed doors, beyond the vote of the people. Conclusion: let's be real. Whether or not the gold reset happens exactly as I predict, one thing is clear: the world is preparing. Central banks are preparing. BRICS is preparing. The elite are preparing. Are you? This isn't fear-mongering. It's a wake-up call. Like, share, comment with your thoughts. And most importantly, prepare. Because when the reset comes, it will be swift and irreversible. See you next time. And don't forget, in July 2025, I told you so.